Okay, so what we'll do first. Let's mute these. Let's mute the vocal stems for a second. Or you want to hear the master? Let's hear the master. Inactive. Sorry.
You're still on. Don't switch screens.
Yeah, no, that's alright. That's on the.
Yeah, I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Yeah, staring at my phone, just refreshing Snap. Sitting there thinking, man, where the fuck you at? You know I really do hate that I miss you. Wish I could find some way to make do. Yeah, wish I could tell my feelings to you. I'd say I love you, but it's too soon. You can find me here just waiting. I said you weren't the one, I was mistaken. Look at all the time this is taking. I wish I could go back like I get to love my bars when I'm with you. Looking at the stars when I'm with you. But lately it's so hard to get with you. Come on, hit me up.
Like I've been really missing you too. I'll be going back to you. I don't know what to do. Yeah, you're calling on my phone like you love me. I don't think that's true. And every night I don't come running, I'm always thinking of you, boy. Yeah, I'm always thinking of you, boy. Yeah, I'm always thinking of you, boy.
Why is that?
La-da-dee-da, no. La-da-dee-da, no, no.
Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Yeah, staring at my phone, just refreshing Snap. Sitting there thinking, man, where the fuck you at? You know I really do hate that I miss you. Wish I could find some way to make do. Yeah, wish I could tell my feelings to you. I'd say I love you, but it's too soon. You can find me here just waiting. I said you weren't the one, I was mistaken. Look at all the time this is taking. I wish I could go back like I get to love my bars when I'm with you. Looking at the stars when I'm with you. But lately it's so hard to get with you. Come on, hit me up.
Like I've been really missing you too. I'll be going back to you. I don't know what to do. Yeah, you're calling on my phone like you love me. I don't think that's true. And every night I don't come running, I'm always thinking of you, boy. Yeah, I'm always thinking of you, boy. Yeah, I'm always thinking of you, boy. La-da-dee-da, no. La-da-dee-da, no, no. La-da-dee-da.
I hate this 21st century loving. Broken hearts and 21st century fucking. Pick a time and a place at my yard, face to face.
I want you to narrate.
You want me to narrate what's going on? I was just letting the song play. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating the routing structure for everything, and we can mute this so you guys can see. So now all the drums, these are all the drums, right, are going through the drum bus. And then also a drum crunch, which is muted right now. It's all the way down. And what I do is this is like a parallel to the drum where to the drum bus where it's like heavy distortion, like a decapitator or something like that, heavy compression, a specialized EQ, something, and it's like I might bring it up to like here. You know what I mean? It's gonna be super quiet. but it's adding character. Then I routed all the bass through a bass aux. Then I routed all the guitars through a guitar aux and the synths. And then it all goes through all music. So this is all the music, and now it's muted, and now everything's simplified. But this is generic routing, and like now I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, cool. These were produced correctly. That I have enough headroom. I don't have to really lower anything, you know. But they are fairly loud, so if you want to, and I recommend this when you're, you know, and I'm shift command clicking to be able to grab stuff all at the same time separately, and then you do shift option click to do something to all of them, but then I can just command G to group it, and then I'll just call it instrumental. And now I have a group that I could, in the bottom left corner, I could hit shift command G to activate and inactivate all the groups. And if I activate them, I can just, you know, give myself a little bit more headroom. I don't know, let's say 3.3. And now they're all negative 3.3. I mean, it already sounds good too, so like I feel bad because I wish it sounded worse so I could show you guys more. This might be the most interesting part of the mix because there's so many different voices. And I think that, so we have all DVR up top. These are all DVR. So we can change these to this blue. And we can, and this is all Marv. So grab all, ooh, there's a lot of Marv. All Marv. So make this teal. Zoo. We will make a slightly less blue. I don't know. This one. And then OOYAH. All the backgrounds will be together. And then I'm going to do the same thing for them as well, where I grab all these, and like, luckily Pro Tools has a new feature where you just hit new track and it automatically creates the output name, the bus name, the track name for the aux. So if I just go DVR, now there's a DVR bus that automatically goes to the DVR aux, which didn't used to be that way. And I can do the same thing for Marv, where I go.
That's a gem.
It's, I mean, yeah, it's, when I found out about this late. Because I think it started in 11, not 12, and I was like, or maybe even 10. I had no idea. Because it used to be like you'd have to make the aux, then route it, and then right click and rename. Now you don't have to do all that. And then new track. And mine defaults to stereo aux now because we set it that way. But it's usually like, or I guess, no, for new track, it's always defaults to a stereo aux. But when you create a new track, it's different. It defaults to. But you can also change it with command down and left arrow. So like down, you see like it changes the audio track to an aux. And then you can do a stereo, LCR, mono by left and right. And sorry if I mispronounced anybody. BT dubs. And then grab all these and hit new track and make something called an all vocal track. I thought you had a question. It's like, Nate, you could just ask me a question. And that will go here. So now we're subgrouping more and more. So now like all these vocals are being treated right here. All these vocals are being treated right here. All these vocals are being treated right here, as opposed to on the individual tracks, which saves processing power. So let me grab all these again. And I always do like I think it's this red. Oh, they're pink. Let me change these two, so those are all the same. So all my smaller subgroups are like a bright red, and all my bigger ones are the darker red, which should be this, right? This is the same one, yeah. So now we have all the vocals going through here, which I can unmute. I can which I can activate, not inactivate. Any questions? Concerns? So this is what like the starting point kind of looks like. Then we'll also create, so I'll just go Shift Command New, Stereo Aux, and let's create, I guess I could do it here too. I could just do this to create the FX tracks and all that, which I guess is easier. We kind of did this backwards because I'm so used to having it all there. But let's just create them. Let's say 8 stereo aux inputs. Shift Command Option, and then you click, and I just solo saved everything I selected. And you want to solo save all of your auxes so that if you ever solo something, the auxes are still getting audio. And let's color these blue. And for everybody who like knows how to do this, like, just bear with me. We're trying to be all inclusive.
No, the auxes are not going to go to all vocals. I think that's like the vocal.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, these are my effects sends. So I'm just gonna create a new track now, and say all effects. And now all these, when I choose, solo save that, make it dark red. Now this, and this all go to a track I call print, which is the final sub mix bus aux. So this is the last 2, is when everything gets summed down to a 2-track. And I color it this color today. And it's solo saved. So now everything's coming through here, and when this is the whole mix now. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna have like plate, we'll have a hall, we'll have an alt reverb, just like we'll pick a different one eventually. Then we'll do the same thing. We'll do like an 1/8 delay, quarter. Actually, we'll just do 1/8 and tape. Right? I don't think we need a quarter note delay here. Tape, delay. Then we'll do like an alt delay too. Just something like that's undefined for now. Then like a doubler. And I don't know. Let's just call it, we'll do a toolbox, which is like, normally what I have in my prep is like, it looks just like this, but there's like a bunch of plugins on it. Hold on, I'll show you. So, import audio, import session data, and I have on my mix prep drive, I have a template, but it's just routing, and it has this. So, I could show this actually. So my template has exactly what I just did, but with a bunch of, so let's just take this and import it. So it has like a bunch of inactive plugs and options. So like I could use this doubler, or I could use a different one, and I have options. And then my toolbox is just like a bunch of stuff I like using a lot of the time, but inactive. So nothing's set. So let's get rid of this.
Some people are asking, what is the disadvantages of having like your master chain on a separate print aux versus on like a master track?
I just have it set up this way so it's easier to print within the session.
Right.
Because when you're going out of master, it then becomes more difficult to just like record back in.
Right.
Whereas this is like, I'm gonna like, now I could create, now I go shift command new, stereo audio track, make, and then I just select a bus, any bus, and now
Yeah, we basically only use the master, like a master track, to like do monitoring of levels at the end, but all the processing goes on a print aux.
so like now the whole thing is coming through here and I could see what's happening, which is nice. So these are dry vocals, so that's going to be a nice challenge because they mixed them themselves before sending to me, and they did a really good job. And I think, I don't know why it says MacBook Pro speaker, but whatever. I think they did a really good job, and there's a chance that I can't do as good of a job without knowing the session, which is an interesting challenge. Because like I could just import their wet stems and just EQ them, and then it'd be fine. But it's nice to see if I could. What's my limiter out ceiling? Y'all are skipping the steps, man. I'm doing a whole mix. I'm doing a mix. We got a lot of. Our OOYAH, are his vocals in the wrong place? You know, maybe.
That's how they're given to us.
We'll find. Yeah, that's how we got them. If they are, can somebody go after Zoo? So they go at the end of the song? Yeah, that's easy. That's an easy fix. Stop yelling at me and yell at whoever sent me the session. Oh. Great. Stop! Oh my god, we have to take that off. I hate that so much. Is it like this?
Puddles.
Yeah, I would love to check you out sometime, so that I could be with you again. You like the
That's not right. It's definitely not right. It's got to be an It's got to overlap and start at the 1. That's crazy. Why did I do that? It's definitely just a quarter note late.
Yes.
Yeah, I would
He
love
said he's
to
sorry.
check you out sometime, so that I could be with you again. You like the sunset that guides my way.
Cool, we fixed it. I kind of liked it overlapping, and I'm going to take some parts and put it in the beginning. Just FYI. Yeah, I need something here. I should have brought the iPad. The fact that I can't read the chat in front of me is, like, maddening. And we already have, like, 8 computers up.
Yeah.
Do you have your laptop here?
Yeah.
Can
Do
I
you
have
want
it?
another screen there?
Do I want another screen? No. Do we need one? Yes. Multi-tool is stupid. Do you see me using it? It's dumb. It slows you down. Nate uses the multi-tool.
No, I
He's
don't.
the worst. He had
I've
to
never
learn.
used it.
He has to learn
But I
how
kind
to.
of think I'd be faster if I did.
He had to learn.
I
how
wish
to
I
use-
used multi-tool, but I don't. Because now I've gotten so used to not using it.
Multi-tool is terrible, bro. It slows you down. I promise you, I'm faster than any single person on the planet that uses multi-tool. I'm faster than. I don't care. I promise. I promise.
Sending vocals and stuff.
Yeah. So like, if you go command 1 2 3 4, look, I'm switching the tools and I do it fast. So like I'm like, oh cool, let me do this. Okay, cool. Let me hit B. All right, cool. Let me drag it down. Like doing all that with the other tool is slower.
Here's a problem I have with the not multi-tool method. Is
I'm out of sync.
Are you? Oh, it did get.
It just fell out of sync.
Let me just.
Oh no. It's definitely out of sync. Do I just unplug the camera and plug it back in? No, this is mad. This will drive me fucking crazy. Is there a way to...
Get out of sync.
It's sick that we have 1,000 people watching and I'm fucking just completely out of sync. But that's what, like, we got a capture card specifically so this didn't happen. Like a specific capture card we got. Probably just reset.
Or maybe it's because the GoPro isn't going through the capture card.
Right, but the GoPro shouldn't have to.
Right. But the Pro Tools is going through the capture.
Wait, is the Pro Tools out of sync? Let's see.
It's just the GoPro.
It's just the GoPro.
Maybe it's this fucking beta GoPro software.
Just unplug the GoPro and replug it back in.
I'm afraid it's gonna cause problems. I'm afraid it's not gonna come back.
Okay, turn the GoPro off.
Okay.
Right?
And then use what?
Should we just turn the GoPro off? Yeah, just turn the camera off. Pro Tools is fine.
And you're just not gonna have a camera?
Yeah, we just want to have a camera for a little while. Or, like, yeah, turn the GoPro off. Yeah.
Guess that's the way the biscuit crumbles. Had my eye on the bag and I still managed to fumble. All that we had, no, I'm really feeling humble. So many fish in the sea.
Staring at my phone, just refresh and snap.
Alright. Turn it back on. See if it helps. Are you just removing it from the scene?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Kinda. Let's see. Let's solo this real quick.
I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack, yeah. Staring at my phone, just refresh and snap. Sitting there thinking, man, where the fuck you at?
So right now I'm just getting rid of the resonance I don't like in the snare. I don't know if you guys can see or hear. It's just like I'm just listening for things I don't like and getting rid of them. The snare sounds fine. It's like I'm not doing anything crazy. I want it to be a little snappier, so I'm looking for like where that is, which is usually like between here and here. Honestly, I could do either. I'll probably change it later, but this is a little bit less fun than this. So it's like should we put soothe on the hi-hats? I kind of want them to be more aggressive. What if we put spiff on the hi-hats? I actually don't like this preset. Hold on. Restore initial. So it's before and after. Spiff is like the opposite of soothe, I guess is the simplest way to put it. And soothe is the opposite of spiff.
I wonder if it like shares a lot of code. Right?
They definitely do. But I think it's like conceptually, like the more you push up on soothe, the more it reduces, and the more you push up on spiff. But also soothe has the opposite effect. You can flip it. So I wonder what the actual... Why don't I cut the low end of this snare? Because I didn't want to. Do you want me to? Is that a thing that y'all want me to do? Do you think that it'll sound better? Thanks. Like, this doesn't bother me. Like, this sounds cool to me, you know? This area. Like, maybe here could use a little bit, but like, I don't think it added that much or took away that much. I like these little fellas. It sounds like someone's being sassy. Like... These should be loud. And they need some space. I could just do this. Not a lot of space. It's funny because I don't really mix like this, but I feel like I should because people are watching. I don't solo anything when I mix.
I think I try not to solo anything when I mix.
So just, I'm only doing this because it helps y'all hear what I'm doing, but I always mix in context. Like I very rarely,
I feel like you should do it exactly as you do it.
Well, the thing is, like, if I do my thing, y'all are going to be like, he didn't do anything, and then it's going to look like I didn't do anything. Because I work really fast, and I also mix in context. So I'm just going to keep going this way. This is kind of cool. This is also, like, a new exercise for me. Hate this. I hate this. This element of kick drums is the worst. I literally, like... Get out of here.
If you weren't soloing, do you think you would have taken it out?
Yeah, I always do. Have you ever seen my kicks? Like I'm like I look for this element of the kick and I fucking get rid of it. This is like a 808 kick. Get rid of that. If y'all want to see me use certain plugins, tell me also. Because otherwise I'm just going to keep using FabFilter and fucking whatever.
You back. Been 2 hours.
So, let's hear this real quick. Okay, that's kind of... You hear the difference? I'm just fucking around now. Doesn't do anything. I can do this. Well, hold on. So this is the original. What'd you just do that made it go like infinity?
Yeah.
Nate's fucking around while we're doing stuff.
Get the GoPro back on.
You tried it?
It's. I feel like I'd have to restart OBS for it to. I can turn on this camera.
Fuck you at. You know, I really do hate that I miss you. Wish I
don't like that. We gotta put this on its own fucking output. Ooh, we can go here and show people the fucking I.O. So, default for whatever reason it's not, and default for whatever reason it's not. And now, we should have more outputs. Yay! 3 and 4. And now, I have it going, since I have AES connection going out of my interface.
I hit her up. She ain't call me back.
This is
Been 2
reference,
hours, almost at a heart
and that's mine.
Staring at my phone, just a fresh snap. Sitting there thinking.
So now I can reference and go back and forth with the touch of the button as opposed to pressing multiple buttons. We're working on direct audio. That was the problem. So today we're just using a mic. And so the main issue is I need to have my mic on a foot switch so I can have both very high quality audio, listen to it, and then also have a mic in the room. But when we tried to get the audio direct into the capture card, it stopped working all at the same time. Yay! So we will revisit this song when we have all the high quality audio. But for now, we're just going to do it this way. We figured it out. I know how to do it. I know how Disclosure does it. I know how to do it. We just need to make sure that it doesn't crash right before stream. I understand. Don't tell me how. Should I just use an EQ I never use? I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just going to keep using the same shit. Let's see. Do we have Tonalux stuff? No, this isn't an EQ, right? The tilt.
Not sure.
Let's see. Total Lux stuff is good on guitar. It is an EQ. I don't understand what I'm doing here. It's kind of boring. I don't like it. Somebody said parametric EQ too.
You want Psy EQ.
Huh?
You want Psy EQ.
Psy? Ooh, Psy Q? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
The drive on it sounds really good.
Yeah, I know. That sounds cool. I like to drive a lot. Why did it go away? I accidentally deleted it. What's happening here? Why did it do that? I be deleting stuff by accident.
She ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone, just fresh and snap. Sitting there thinking, man, where the fuck you at? I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone, just fresh and snap. Sitting there thinking, man, where the fuck you at? I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone, just fresh and snap. Sitting there thinking, man, what if...
Also, I usually start with vocals first, just so this is
I
weird.
hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone, I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone, I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours,
Are you
almost
trying
had a heart attack.
to make room for something in particular?
Staring at my phone, I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone, I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone, I hit her up, she ain't call me back. Been 2 hours, almost had a heart attack. Staring at my phone.
Okay. I like these synth stabs, and I really want them to be louder.
I have a question for the guitar.
What?
Were you trying to make room for something specific with the
No.
guitar cuts, or just make it sound better?
I'm just making everything sound good right now. I'll make room later. I feel like this needs help. That's a bummer. There we go. No. I want to do something cool. I've used like 3 different saturation plugins already.
The Ableton stock saturator is awesome.
Nate likes the Ableton stock saturator. Nate loves RC20.
It just went on sale. Oh, you should have. Oh, you already have it.
Should we use RC20? Because Nate loves it so much.
And RC20 only maxed. It has an EQ, right?
It does. Nate hates RC20. Ooh, love that. Love that. Love that. Nate hates the word magnitude as a
That's the mix knob, right?
as the synonym for mix knob. He hates it. I can't see the plugin on the screen because I fucking have the camera in front of it.
It's too soon. You can find me here just waiting. I said you weren't the one, I was mistaken. Look at all the time this is taking. I wish I could go back like I get to love my bars when I'm with you. Looking at the stars when I'm with you. But lately it's so hard to get with you. Come on, hit me up.
Like
Give me the fucking synth, bro.
I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back. I hit her up, she ain't calling me back.
He hit her up and she did not call him back. Let's put some stuff on the fucking instrumental. Also, let's mute the fucking vocals for a second because they're unmixed and it's throwing me off. Yeah, we do need drops. We need to start adding drops into this, like burr, 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 but like in time and key, you know. Burr, 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 burr. Like when he's like, I hit her up and she ain't called me back, and be like, womp womp womp, like in the song though. feel like we lost the bass a little. I switch it to natural phase later because it takes a lot of processing, and I do it when I'm about to print the song. But I'm not trying to do. No, this is my EQs. This is what my EQs look like. Nate can attest. This is what I don't make big cuts. I just make a lot of small ones, and if I make a big cut, it's usually like a bunch of small cuts combined to equal a big cut over time on different. But it made a big difference. Did you not hear how big of a difference it made? I mean, look, this is a 3 dB cut.
Turn the graphical display of the Q3, so instead of 30 dB, it's up to like 6 dB.
Oh. Like this?
Up. Yeah, click that. Put that.
There.
That looks great.
Now it looks crazier because it's at a 6.
That's
but,
what people want
bro,
to see.
I don't want that. I like it at 30. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm not scaling it. I'm not fucking leaving.
Okay, now thanks.
Hey, I also want to bring everybody into the yoke core revolution. Every time Kenny streams, you should go in there and be like, yoke core is better than blazer core. It's mostly workout music, and it's a way of life. You know, it's tank top, short shorts, high socks, workout sneakers. We're all trying to get ripped, but on the inside, we're all, you know, is where everything matters, you know? There's just a lot more depth to yoke core than blazer core. Like, congrats, you put a fucking blazer on, bro. Like, get it together. Get a job. Do I use the Legacy one? Yeah, I do. I use the Helios Legacy, which, if you don't know, has like a crazy boost just by turning it on, which I didn't know at first. And I was like, why does this happen every time? And it has a 3.6 dB boost just by...
I thought you knew that. I thought that was kind of why you...
That's why I use it now, but when I first started using it, I was like, this sucks. And then I read about it, I was like, oh, I just have to, like, lower. I feel like so I have headphones on, so I might be yelling. I feel like the bass is a little bit too much of what you can't hear, and not enough what you can. Like this is like less necessary. So now we do a little bit more EQing to the full instrumental. Actually, I won't touch the EQ on this yet. I'm just going to mono out the low end. To 80, I think. 66. Should we do 69 just because it's close enough? I don't know. 66 sounds good. I mean, I feel like I should shout Brower out and use Brower motion on these synths to make them move a little. Shout out Brower motion. Shout out to my old neighbor, Michael Brower.
Fernando was in the chat before.
Fernando! Fernando is the best assistant ever, and I know Nate's sitting right here. He's so upset. I'm sorry. Nate's the best assistant ever. Actually, it's Crystal, but Nate's a close second. Yeah, sorry. Brower Motion is a plugin, but mostly it's a video game, and you just have to catch the ball as it goes around in circles. Nate is a great producer. Nate's gonna once we leave and come back, once we figure out the camera, we can produce all the music for the stream later.
I think I know what the problem is with direct audio.
Nate knows what's wrong with it. What's wrong with it?
I think it's the Goliath routing.
Huh?
I think it's the routing in the Goliath.
That's fucking us up.
Like, I think, because right now we're getting it the same way. It's going into the Goliath to the capture card. That mic is going into the Goliath and capture card. Pro Tools is going into the Goliath and the capture card, but it just must be routing in the Goliath.
I love Antelope Audio. All their interfaces sound great. The interface and the digital part of it is really fucking frustrating. You want to see the Goliath routing, bro? This is the Goliath, and this is the routing matrix.
And then there's a more.
It took me 2 months.
On the right.
What?
And then click. And then there's that.
And then there's this. And I get it. I understand routing. I understand signal flow, and it didn't take me that long to really understand what the fuck was going on. But most of it was guessing because it really doesn't. Yes, you have to learn routing. You have to learn signal flow. Okay. Oh, I wish I had the camera to yell at you right now. Signal flow is routing, and routing is signal flow. It's just, you know, a more advanced application of it. And it's super necessary to becoming an engineer. And if you don't understand signal flow and you work in music and you record people and you do engineering, you're just a Pro Tools operator. Which is, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're good at recording, you're a good recordist, I guess. But you're operating Pro Tools, and when something goes wrong and you need to fix the wiring, like, what are you going to do? That's the engineering part of it. And I think it's important to start at the beginning with someone who understands, you know, because it's not just the front of a patch bay. Like, the back of the patch bay is where all the work's done. Like, where all the... I think... Do we take apart a we have extra patch bays in the studio. Do we, like, show the back of a patch bay to show how the connections work? And, like, normaling and half normaling and stuff like that?
We could go with the GoPro. A long time ago I put that together.
What?
I remember that.
Yeah, well, it was already like you only had to flip the normal on like 2 things, right?
I forget.
Well, I don't want to pull that. What?
It was a night.
Nate spent a day doing it. I spent a month of my life making Elco cables for a studio. Elco cables are like D-sub cables, which are 25 pins, but they're 90 pins. And putting each pin in takes, like, 5 minutes. So, like, yeah, it's like part of the process. It's part of being a good engineer is understanding all of that. But, like, yeah, we did months of cabling. I have videos of it. I mean, like, not pinning it takes 5 minutes, but, like, you have to strip the cable. You have to crimp it. You have to crimp the connector onto the open wires. You have to push it in. You have to make sure it's right. You have to test at all 90. Like, it takes a while. It took us months to do it. 90 pins on each side on 18 different cables between me and 3 people. No, Sumner, the other assistant at the time, could fix a car. That was like part of his job. He would fix cars. He built a Chevelle by himself, or rebuilt a Chevelle by himself. I should have Sumner come on and tell y'all about like that kind of stuff, because he would fucking yell at you for weeks. He's a grumpier old man than me. He builds studios in Atlanta.
Where the fuck you at? You know, I
feel like we lost a little bit of that ugliness. Hold on. That was not what I wanted to do, but it worked. I spoke on it earlier. This, going from here to here, is going to create delay compensation issues later in the mix. So I'm leaving it at 0 latency now, but eventually I'll go to natural phase and probably linear phase on the master. But somebody said we want vocals. It's almost like, and I don't want to say it because it's, I don't know if it's quite like it, but it's almost like I'm mixing an entire song from start to finish, and eventually I'll get there. It's almost like there's steps, and I'm trying to show y'all the steps. And then eventually we'll get to the step where we get to the thing.
But you did forget to put the vocals in.
Yeah, but they're not, it's not like they're right here. It's not like they're right in front of your face. And I said that I was going to do them. Kenny's first stream was kind of like this. I promise you I won't get better at this. I promise you I'm not going to get nicer or better at dealing with people. I promise that I don't want the line. I don't want the clip game line. Get it out of here. It's so annoying. Bro, I'm literally never gonna be like, oh, you guys are great. Thanks for yelling at me about something I know about. It's not happening. I'm literally just gonna scream at you forever. You should ask Bobby. I just never stop yelling. Bobby's in here. I saw DJ Sider. I just yell. Yeah, I'm cyberbullying. This is a cyberbullying channel. Everybody's getting cyberbullied.